welcome to another adventure. Today I'm going to do a review of my luggage setup whenever I go out on the trail, and specifically really this saddle bag, but I will briefly talk about my tank bag. But I really wanted to have a chat about this, the saddle bag that I use. I've used it for 2 years, and I think it's an absolutely brilliant bit of kit, and it's not something I see very often, which surprises me. It's very similar to a couple of other bags that look kind of like that, this sort of horseshoe shaped bag. Yeah, so I just thought maybe, a few of us some people are missing a bit of a trick because it is such a good bag. So this is the Altrider Hemisphere saddle bag. And as I said, it's a sort of horseshoe style bag, so it comes round over the other side in this sort of horseshoe style. Yeah, it makes sense why they call it that. And I think really it's a bit of a sort of hidden gem because it is such a good bag. So this is very, very similar to a giant Loop Coyote saddle bag. But I think this, I've not had the giant Loop saddle bag, so I don't know, but one of the things that I really, and as ever, I am not that guy that's going to say, this is the best saddle bag, and put some dumb facial look as my thumbnail on YouTube to get people to click, because we all hate that freaking thing. Why do people do it? So I'm not going to say this is the best bag ever, best tech bag, best travel bag. I'm not going to say that, I'm just going to give you the information and let you decide what works for you. But I'm certainly going to tell you why I think this is such a great bag. Okay, so first of all, why do I like this bag? Well, one of the main things I like about it is that it is so simple. In total, it's probably got, let me think, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's got 7 straps. The whole thing has got 7 straps. Now I know my mate Sean, he's got a set of Moscow bags, and just one pouch has got about 7 straps on it, which every time I kind of see people with those bags, I'm just thinking that's going around the blimmin' chain, or that's going around the axle, or whatever. So what I really like about this is it is so simple. Less to go wrong, less to faff about with, very, very simple to use. So that is one of the things I like about it. 2 is the quality. It is American made, and it is really good quality, really good material. The waterproof bag is a really good solid seam taped, it's internally taped bag. Excellent quality, great buckles, really good bit of design. I really like it. So it's simple, it is good quality, it works really well, and for me it's the perfect size. So this is, by the book, I think Altrider claim it to be 45 litres, but I think it might be a little bit more than that. It's hard to know precisely. So they say the main compartment is 42 litres, and then either side there's like a little pocket which takes 1.5 litres. Well, that isn't strictly true, because that's a 2 litre fuel bottle in there, so it definitely will take more. I think it's nearer 50, but let's go with what Altrider say. I wouldn't want someone to go out and buy one and then find it's too small. But for me, for all the stuff that I've done, it's been more than an adequate size. But then I must, add this. I am a minimalist guy. I'm a minimalist camper. I don't take 48 pots and pans like a lot of motorbike campers do. So I'm not taking every time tables, chairs, kettles, barbecues. I don't tend to take all of that crap with me because I don't want it really. I do like cooking, and I have got some various pots of various sizes, but that's not me. Anyway, yeah, so very simple bag. So there's the other pouch on the other side. That's got a 1.5 litre bottle of water in it. So where are we going to start? Okay, so let's open the bag up. So at the top here, you've got these two straps here, and they sort of hold the bag closed along with this strap here. So if I just undo that there, let's undo that there, that comes undone like that, bear with caller. So I'm just going to pull that strap out of there, same on the other side, and these are really, really good quality straps. Now what I like about this is, with these two straps, it gives you the perfect spot to secure another bag. So sometimes I say put my big tent there. So if I go on a trip and I've got my Galaxy, my Van Gogh Galaxy tent, I put it under there and then pull those two straps down and it secures that bag. I've also got another bag I use, a canoe bag, that's got some like slots in it for the straps to go through, because you often see people on the TET Facebook group saying, oh, something's been in here and slid out and I've lost it. Well, if you've got a bag with loops in, then that won't happen. So I like that feature there, because that makes it very handy for just strapping something else on. So let me just pull that. Okay, so you've got those two main straps there, and then either side you've got a buckle like this. So I'm just going to unclip that, and then one on this side, unclip that, and then you've basically just got like a canoe bag interior. Yeah, so you've then got this main pouch with all your stuff in there. So I'm just going to take some of the stuff out and lay it out just so you can see what I've got. So there's me dancing daps, my waterproof snazzy Crocs. Now this is one of the things that I like about this bag compared to, say, taking 12 litre Krieger OS base bags. So this is my Van Gogh Xenon 2 Plus tent. So you can see that's compared to my Van Gogh Helium 2. This is a much longer tent. It's about 42 centimetres long, and that's because of the poles, which tends to be the thing that restricts the size of your tent when you roll it up, is the length of the poles. So what I like about this bag is, because you've got this long section here, you can put a tent in that's got longer poles. Whereas, say, if you've got something like a Krieger 12 bag, then you're going to struggle to get a tent like that in it. You're going to have to find somewhere else to put it. So you can see there, because you've got this big space in here, that's what I mean. If you've got a tent that's got fairly long poles, then you've got a bag that will do that, that will put that in there. So I suppose one of the downsides to this bag is kind of everything is in one compartment, but since I've had this bag, that's not been an issue. I don't find that a problem. I put some things on one side and some things on the other, so when I've got my smaller tent, it's in there. So this tends to be my wet side, and then this tends to be my dry side over the exhaust. So look, I've got my chair. So I'm just going to take out these few bits that I've got in here. Okay, so that's everything that was inside the bag. So I've got my two-man tunnel tent that's got a big porch on it, so that's a fairly big tent. My daps, some rations, I've got breakfast and a tea there, my stove, my sleeping bag, my wash kit, my spare clothes, that's my electricals kit, so head torch, power bank, and that's quite a big Nemo Quasar 3D wide insulated sleeping pad, that's my luxury item because it's comfy as anything. So that's my stool, that's one of these big Agnes Skyline stools, sleeping bag liner, and a pot of, what are they bloody called? Face wipes, thingy wipe things, baby wipes, and my pillow. So I've got all of that there. My other things, like in my bag, I normally have my warm jacket, like my thermal jacket thing I wear in the evening, and my waterproofs are normally in there. So if it starts raining and I need to stop, I'm not delving into the bag. They're in my rucksack ready to go. So when you clip the bag in there, so when you tie it down and clip it in there, that is what secures this into what's called the holster. And then you've just got this, look, you've just got this one big waterproof bag. Like I said, it's made in America, so as it likes to tell you here on the label. And then inside it's got these very nice waterproof seams. Yeah, so, and it has been waterproof, never leaked, never had no issues with it at all. And then on the side you've got these sort of side straps. So like I said here, look, oh, don't want to do that, bear with. So, and then in there, oh, I'm going to put my camera down because it's wedged in. So in there, look, that is my Touratech 2-litre fuel can, which if you're on a trip and you just want a bit of emergency fuel, then obviously that is for that. But what I tend to put in there is the fuel bottle for my petrol stove. So, because the last thing you want is a fuel bottle to leak and go all over your gear in your waterproof bag, because the fuel's not going to come out of it and it's just a bomb waiting to go off. So that's what I put in there. And then on the other side here, that is an Nalgene 1.5 litre water bottle, which I tend only when it's really, really hot and I'm worried about what sort of water I'm going to have access to. So it's only when it's really hot I take that bottle, because I've normally got my Camelback, so you can see here it's leaking. So I've normally got at least 2 litres of water in my Camelback with me at all times. But either way, then you've got a couple of useful pouches either side. And the good thing about the holster, and this is what Altrider sort of sell it as, is when you get to wherever you're going, you can take out the main bag, leave that in your tent, and then you can leave this holster system on your bike and just pull up the straps to stop it flapping around. And so this was the case, say, you know, adventure bike festival, typical scenario, you go out for a ride during the day, whatever you're doing, and then you pop over to Waitrose to get some beers in and some supplies, and then I've just got a bag there that's just perfect size for a sort of carrier bag sort of thing to chuck in there. In the video, Altrider, on their sort of website, they show you putting logs in there for your fire, or it's full of ice and beer. I mean, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so I do like that. So with the Krieger, say, the Krieger bag system, the OS base system, you buy something like this and then you strap the bags to it. Whereas obviously with this bag, it comes with this, and it's a universal fit. So I've used this on my T7 and my CRF 450L, and it's just been brilliant. So it's kind of one thing fits all. I mean, obviously I can't guarantee it'll fit every bike, and this is a rackless system, so there's no rack on here at all. Yeah, so anyway, so I do like this holster system. Obviously you've got to tie up the straps and put that away, but if you wanted to take it off, it is really, really easy to take it off. So at the back here, you've got a strap here. You can't see the buckle because I've put the straps in some old push bike inner tube just to protect the bike. So on the holster system, there's this single strap that you loop round the back end, so you can see on the T7 here it's sort of wedge shaped. So as you pull the bag that way, it's only ever going to get tighter, and it just fits perfectly, and it's sort of gnarled under here. There's these lumps to stop the straps from moving, which it works really, really well. Now, one of the things I did when I bought my T7 was put a decal kit on it, and one of the main reasons I did that was because I just thought it looked a lot better, but also then when the bags are rubbing on here, they're not going to damage the panels. So that's one of the reasons why I got a decal kit. Maybe something worth thinking about if you're going to do this, because it is a rackless system. Now, when I bought this bike, it had racks on. I think there might be the adventure spec, I don't know. I've got them in the shed. I've I had them on for a bit, and it's just more weight. I am fully subscribed to the light is right ethos. So I haven't got engine bars, I haven't got anything else on there that's just adding unnecessary weight. I don't need a bike rack, because with this bag I don't need a bike rack. So that is another really good thing about this. If you are going lightweight, this is a very lightweight system. So the holster weighs something like, it's a 1 and a bit kilos, and the waterproof bag weighs something like 0.65 of a kilo. So the total system, so the holster and the waterproof bag, weighs about 2.1 kilos. I weighed it earlier on the scales, so that is very, very light as bags go. So you've got this one strap on the back here, and then either side you've got another strap that straps down to, so I've got these footrest adapters that Krieger make. On the T7 the footrest does have a little loop in it for tying stuff off on, but obviously that there, brilliant. So I've also got a bit of push bike inner tube there, just to stop the strap rubbing on the decals. Obviously it's just, I'd sooner not be chasing the decals. So you've got 3 straps essentially that hold it on, one at the back and then one either side. Yeah, so you just do the one at the back, tie these one up, tighten it down, and I have got masses of room here between the bag and my leg. It's nowhere near me. I've got plenty of room to slide up and down the seat. Yeah, I really, really like it. It's been a great bag so far. So it's dead easy to fit, it's lightweight, it is cheap, I think, compared to a lot of bags. So this bag from the Adventure Bike shop near me, which I've been led to believe they are the UK distributor, is 315 quid. Whereas if you look at, say, 2 of the Endurostam Blizzard bags in a large, which would only give you about 24 litres total, that's 300 quid. The OS base system, I think, is going to cost you somewhere around there. And you can get a universal base for the OS base system, but they obviously do want more ones that are more bike specific. But the more specific you get, the more expensive it gets. And then if you buy something specific, then you need to buy another one if you've got another bike, or you change your bike. You see the point I'm making. So that's what I like about this. It just fits all comers. So 315 quid for that, I think is very, very good. It's good quality. Obviously I'm buying it from a store. It's not something on Amazon or something I'm getting from AliExpress that I've got no comeback to. Yeah, it has been very, very, very good. Right, so I'll just briefly mention the tank bag that I always use. So I've got 2 of these Nelson Rigg bags, this one and a smaller one. They've been brilliant. I've just put these Velcro straps on because that's where I put my drone controller when I'm using my drone. So this is a fully waterproof bag, lifetime guarantee, and I tend to only ever have my drone or my camera gear in these. I mean, I've got my mug in there because I've got a brew, and there's my drone because I was obviously just flying it a minute ago. But they're a great bit of kit, Nelson Rigg bag, about 140 quid off of Amazon, and been brilliant. Got great reviews. They're big in America, Nelson Rigg, not so big over here, but well, I've got 2 of them, and I really like that, especially, you know, because then I've got like my Lucy Light charge in there, which is you know, I think if solar kit makes a lot of sense for us, because it's just one less thing you've got to faff around charging up while you're riding, or trying to charge in the evening when you're in your tent. So it doesn't take long to pack your bag, because obviously you've not got a lot of kit. So, but I just think it's got enough sort of features and cinch straps, so that keeps that bottle nice and tight in there. Same on the other side. And then these two top straps pull that down nice and tight. And obviously those straps are connected to the holster or the base system and pull that down nice and tight on there. Now when I'm sitting on here, my day sack sits on the back of there sometimes. If I've got it a little low, then when you're on the road, that's really good, because it just takes a lot of the weight of the day sack off your shoulders. Not that it's ever really a problem, but it obviously just helps when you're, you know, spending day after day in the saddle. So that's really, really good. Now what I found, I did have a Blizzard bags that came with this bike and the racks, and they just bounced around a lot. But you see, this doesn't want to move much. Look, it doesn't want to bounce around because you've got this U-shaped system. It's all one lot of weight, it's all one thing. So for that to move takes a lot of effort, whereas look, this, it doesn't really want to move. It's solid, and these things, you could get hold of them to pull the bike up, or say when I've been pushing the bike back, you know, pushing here, it's just really, really solid, and I really, really like it. Yeah, I've been mega impressed with it. So there we have it. I mean, that's it. That is my luggage setup. It's the Altrider Hemisphere bag, the Nelson Rigg tank bag, which I've got two of. I've got the smaller one as well that I tend to use when I'm out on my 450. Great bits of kit, very happy. And I just thought you'd all like to well, see a review of this and see the sort of another option, something different that is very, very universal fit, generally quite cheap compared to others, bomb-proof bit of kit. Yeah, and for me, well worth the money. So there we have it. That is the Altrider Hemisphere saddlebag. So I hope you found that review useful. As per usual, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. So if you've enjoyed the content and you've enjoyed what I'm doing out on the channel, and you think it's worth a click, then give it a click. So hopefully see you back on the channel soon. Or if I don't see you back on the channel, well then maybe I'll see you out on the trail riding your bike. I'm certainly going to be getting plenty of miles in this year on the old T7 and the CRF 450L. So yeah, so I'm going to make my way home now. It's turning out to be an absolutely glorious evening. So I might just go the long way home, possibly via the Chippy, because my wife's gone to her sister's for the weekend. But so I'm heading that way, off on the trail. And so from me, from Mike, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.